I actually got SAP installed in 1984 in the U.S., which was 5 or so years before SAP America came to the U.S. So this new product called SAP was very different. Then I met Rick Lloyd in the mid to late 80s in a conference in Lausanne, Switzerland.
One of the ways to influence SAP at the time was to drive to Waldorf and meet with as many people as you could to try to get what you wanted. And since it was a German software company, a lot of the documentation was in German, so to get that translation was essential.
And we were on release 1.6, so this just not only was the documentation in German, but when I first turned it on, I saw the word Benutzer, Mandant, and Sprechen. That was my first taste of SAP, so the system was also in German. So we did work with the developers, but it was part of the reason that we wanted to form the users group, because we all had the same needs, and it appeared that we were all going back to SAP independently, asking for the same things.
There wasn't a whole lot of people who were knowledgeable about the system in North America. It was critical that you found those individuals to share some of your concerns and get some answers to questions.
I remember planning the first meeting that we had at the Embassy Suites Hotel in Philadelphia, right near the Philadelphia airport, and we were shocked to see about 150 people show up at this first meeting. And that's, I think, where we ended up at the end of the first year. We were probably about 150 to 200 members.
It was pretty apparent that everyone saw the value in the user group concept, and I think that's what drove a lot of the early participation and the early involvement.
When we had the formal ASUG conferences, the focus groups where we would tackle things on a functional basis. I remember I was chairing an audit focus group in the early days, and it was quite common to have 50 to 75 companies being represented, very interested in getting other user experiences and sharing their issues and looking for solutions.
From early on, we decided that we wanted to be educational, and we wanted to network, and we wanted to influence, and those terms are still being used today in ASUG.
Most everything that we were all there for were sort of summarized in those 3 pillars, and we really wanted to keep focus within the user group.
One of the big things in the early 90s was business process reengineering, was looking at how we could integrate across our business processes from finance to order entry to shipping. What SAP enabled us to do, because it was an integrated software package, was connect, and really was a catalyst to enable a lot of the business process engineering work. The systems we had from the 70s and 80s were really siloed systems, helping connect the people from one group to another, and it allowed us to help our business process become much more efficient and effective across the whole supply chain.
We had these old green screens. There was no help online, no menu paths. You had to memorize transaction codes.
Your comments about the green screens brings back some bad memories.
I know, right?
and I don't think that we just cannot appreciate that the environment that we were in at that point in time and some of the technology.
By the time we hit 1994 with R3 and using PCs as a user interface, everything went to color. My gosh, what a leap.
The R3 was a defining moment for the user group. SAP's customer base really, really grew at that point in time. I mean, it went from literally hundreds to thousands.
Up until the late 90s, we were always working with SAP on fixing problems or doing enhancements. Things turned around, and SAP began using ASUG to promote their influence councils, which was looking forward instead of looking over your shoulder. And that was a very important strategic move.
I think it was a defining moment for both ASUG and SAP to move from that problem-solving environment to more of a forward-looking partnership or collaboration.
It was really very rewarding, and everyone really enthusiastic and participating, which is really essential to the success of the group.
We all took the time. Now we all had full-time jobs. We were all implementing this new system, so it was really rewarding from that perspective.